everyone, Rosabel's here, and this is an overview for what to expect in Arknights' next commemorative event, the release of Episode 15, Dissociative Recombination. As a disclaimer, this information is from the CN server and is subject to change. Starting with some quick info, the event open will go for 2 weeks, starting from September 16, 2025, according to data miners, but of course, the episode itself will be permanently in the game even after the commemorative event. In the first week, only the operational stages will be out, and then the H stages will come out on the second week. I am not actually sure how this will go, especially because this is a new act, and I can't find any info on it. There's a chance that either anyone can access the event during and after the event open, since it is a new act, or everyone can access it in the event open, but you'll have to complete Chapter 14 to get to it again after this commemorative event. Let's start this with a bang. There's going to be 3 new units that will be introduced with this event, and all 3 will be pullable in the Command Reconstruction banner. We'll start with the new 4-star character, Windscoot. He's our first 4-star Liberator Guard, which is a guard class where the unit does not attack normally and only attacks when their skills activate. In exchange, during the time they are not attacking, they increase their attack over a span of 40 seconds. It's a high-risk, high-reward class. For his talent, when his attack reaches the maximum threshold after charging, he will deal an additional hit equal to up to 43% of his attack. His first skill is a generic skill where he simply gets additional attack speed and defense. His second skill is a lot more interesting. His attack range expands and he attacks 2 enemies simultaneously. Each attack deals up to 200% of his attack, and this cannot be dodged. This is amazing, especially for newer players who don't have access to silence and freeze skills. On a 4-star, it's a valuable asset and will definitely help stabilize lower star clears with stages with enemies that have the dodge mechanic. Next, we have our new 5-star character, Alana. She's an Artificer supporter who can use support devices to buff allies or hurt enemies. Her talent stipulates that she can carry 3 support devices called Nutlets, translation pending, upon deployment, and that these support devices can have a unit ignore up to 80 defense when attacking. These devices last 30 seconds and does not stack. Her first skill is a passive skill where, in addition to the defense ignore, the operator supported by the device will also gain additional attack speed, and the Nutlet lasts up to 30 seconds longer. Her second skill increases her attack and attack speed. It increases the defense ignore of the Nutlet. It will also give her an additional Nutlet. I hope they keep the word Nutlet. It's so fun to say. Nutlet! And finally, the long-awaited sentient spinal cord turned actual catgirl, Monster. She's our first 6-star chain medic whose heal bounces between up to 3 allies, with the heal decreasing with every bounce. For Monster's first talent, she can summon a Reconstruct within her attack range. This Reconstruct can only be deployed in the ground tile, costs 3 DP, does not attack nor block, and has very high HP, but it will also lose 80 HP per second while on the field. This unit can only be healed by Monster. Friendly units around the Reconstruct gain an additional attack of up to 20%, and if the Reconstruct is healed by itself or Monster, the heal bounces to an additional unit without the reduction. For her second talent, whenever she or the Reconstruct heals, then Monster and the target gain up to plus 22 attack speed for 10 seconds, but this does not stack. Her first skill is an offensive recovery auto skill where the next attack restores health equal to up to 200% of Monster's attack, and the heal bounces an additional time. At M3, this skill only needs 2 SP. Her second skill will make Monster prioritize healing the Reconstruct for the whole skill duration, and whenever it receives healing, it will launch a bouncing heal. It will increase the effect of the second talent as well, which is the additional attack speed. Some notes on this: the heal from the Reconstruct is counted as a heal from Monster and is triggered 0.6 seconds after the initial heal. With this skill active, Monster can heal the Reconstruct even when it is at full health, and it does not retroactively increase the effect of Monster's talent after the skill is activated. It wouldn't be Monster without being a Harm Assist. Enter her skill 3, where she moves to the position of the Reconstruct. Her attack range changes and gains up to 330% attack, decreased attack interval, plus 2 block count, plus 5000 HP, and she starts losing 80 HP per second. Instead of healing, she deals true damage to all blocked enemies, and each attack heals her for 50% of her attack. She will return to her initial position when the skill ends or upon taking lethal damage. Some notes on this skill: contrary to the wording, she will deal damage to enemies who are not blocked, so she'll attack enemies up to block count. Second, this skill cannot be used when the reconstruct is not deployed, and the reconstruct will retreat once the skill is activated. The reconstruct can be redeployed in monster's new attack range, but when the skill ends, if the reconstruct is outside of monster's attack range, it will retreat but automatically be available for deployment. Monster's self-heal is still considered a normal heal, so the heal will still bounce, and the first bounce will not be reduced. And finally, if monster takes lethal damage during her skill, she will return to her initial position with 1 HP remaining. These 3 units will receive plus 50% trust during the event. Spoiler warning! The stage mechanics involve a major story spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled, skip over to this timestamp or scrub the video for the next section. If you're still here, that means you're alright to be spoiled. You good? You sure? Last chance. Alright, in this chapter we're going to be fighting against the PRTS. And I do mean that literally. PRTS will be deploying enemy units on the map on either melee or ranged tiles. You can preemptively see where it will be deploying them on the map. If there is a unit on the melee tile or the ranged tile already, then the deployment will fail and PRTS will be annoyed. Note that if PRTS is dropping an aerial unit, it doesn't matter if there is a unit on the tiles or not. Another thing that PRTS can deploy is something called a weakened node, translation pending. This node will gain SP over time, and when the skill is ready, PRTS will try to activate it. If PRTS activates the node, it will debuff all the allies around the node, giving them 50% less defense and resistance for 20 seconds. If you manage to activate it before PRTS, which will cost an additional 10 DP to activate, then all enemies around it will get 50% less defense and resistance, and PRTS will be annoyed. Now, when I say that PRTS will be annoyed, I mean that it does get annoyed. It will delay its next action and stay in place for a short while, giving you some breathing room. Man, when we got the new game engine, I did not expect us to fight the old one. Come on, HG. Moving on to the rewards, you can get up to 41 OP from completing all the stages, adverse stages, and H stages. Playing any main story stages or resource stages will give Valor badges, translation pending, which is the event currency. Unlike previous commemorative events for the new chapters, you will not be getting random small sanity pots and material boxes. Instead, you can buy the mini sanity pots in the shop, and the material boxes can be bought alongside the infinite loxicals. So no more farming 1-7 for the boxes. With episode 15, there are additional changes. Doing the adverse or challenge mode of the chapter immediately will still give the rewards of the normal mode, but we don't have to spend extra sanity. So if the stage costs 21 sanity to complete, you don't need 42 sanity to complete both via the adverse mode. Another addition is the adverse risk feature. After completing the stage in adverse mode, you can add additional risks, which will unlock more rewards, which includes future access to the H stages. Moving on to operator updates, operator records and our paradox simulations will be added for Adnakiel, Gaviel, Kal'tsit, and Robin. Operator modules will be added for Agent Vanguards. There will be 2 kinds of modules for them. The X module, which was previewed by Chilchuck back during his release, will give them a new trait that they are less likely to be attacked. The other units who will get this module are Puzzle and Surfer. The Y module gives them an additional trait that redeployment time will be reduced by 35% on the first deployment. This module will be given to our Queens, Cantabile, and Inez. Leveling up these modules will also improve our operator's talents. For example, for Inez at level 3, it will increase the amount of attack she steals on the first hit besides binding them. Other than that, 2 more operators will be receiving their second module. Logos will be getting his Y module, which will give him a new trait where he gains 1 SP every time a normal attack hits an elite or leader enemy. On level 3, it will improve his first talent, where there will be a 40% chance to deal 65% attack as arts damage to 2 random targets in his attack range and slows them for 0.8 seconds. Mudrock will also be getting her Y module, which will give her a new trait that increases her attack and defense when there's no allies on the 8 tiles around her. At level 3, it improves her second talent, increasing her resistance to damage from Sarkaz units, and it also gives her additional damage against non-Sarkaz enemies. Moving on to store updates, if you missed it, Warfarin's Casual Vacation skin will be available in the yellow and blue certificate stores. In the skin shop, we will have 2 new skins available for purchase. One is a new live 2D skin for Inez, and the other is a skin for Stainless. A lot of skins will be rerunning as well. This will include a live 2D skin for Silver Ash, as well as skins for Heidi, Holohea, Chobay, Lumen, Roberta, Harmony, Corosirum, Concrete Baby, Swire Altar, Pinecone, Skadi, Horn, and Irene. For those with spendable money, there will be a few packs for purchase, including the usual chip pack, but there will also be 2 packs with exclusive headhunting tickets amounting to a total of 12 pulls that can be used only in the monster banner. And that's it for this update. I won't be streaming because I want to take my time with the story, but I will definitely be pulling for monster. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!